guys, Robert and Alexa Nichols here with daily training videos for you. So when you're home, you got things to work on. Some of the basics that we're doing this cycle are differences between parrying and blocking or covering, as opposed to also adding in hammer fists as counters as well. So face the mirror for the group there for a second, Alexa. So when we're in our guard, there are a couple different ways we can do it. We can do a single cover with our lead arm, where the arm comes straight up as tight as it can to the head, or we can do a double cover, okay, where you use a secondary arm as well. It's very important to make sure that when you're doing the double cover, go ahead, Lex, throw your double cover up, that this is where we're getting this is what we call the primary arm, the arm that comes straight up to the side, and this is the secondary arm, and you're looking through the middle on the bottom. Some kids only bring it to here, and that's no good, you still get hit. So she wants to make sure she brings that all the way up. So a couple different things we can do is you can start V-stepping. Go ahead, Lex. We can start with our V-step and throwing up our cover from side to side. Okay, when we do covers, our preference is always to move into the block, and not just stand there. The reason being is if I threw a shot at Alexa, if I threw a punch at her, she stayed there and threw up the cover. Throw up the cover, just right there. Okay. Yeah, it stopped her from getting hit. That's great. It did its job. But because that's where I was aiming anyway, she still gets hit with all the force of my technique. Whereas if she steps into that cover and blocks it, you know, she dissipates the energy that's coming forward at her head, so it's a big deal. So again, I can come in and single cover, I can V-step and double cover, I can V-step and double cover. So if you have pads at home, if you have pillows, the small pillows you can put on your hands, or you can just do it open-handed. You could just do it with your regular hands. Or if your kids have their sparring gear, and you can hold on to the sparring gear, that works really well too. So she's gonna V-step in and cover. All right, boom, and she's gonna V-step and do the other side. Okay, make sure there's a good guard, hands are up the whole time, and just going side to side working that cover. Now, easy enough, she can slide in and do that cover, and then she can counter with the other hand on her hammer fist. Okay, stick it out there and stay there. All right, so just so you guys can see what she's doing there. Okay, what I always like to say about the hammer fist is that it is as parallel to the ground as possible. So here, not here, okay? She can hit with the fist. Depending on your range, you can hit with the forearm and the elbow, depending on where you in on your opponent. But the idea is to think of it as this. If we're thinking from a purely self-defense, even a sparring point of view, is that I throw this shot. It could be a round motion punch. It could be a kick coming up into the inside. She throws that cover, she steps in, and then she counters with that hammer right up to the side of the head, okay? So again, cover and hammer. Goes to the other side, cover and hammer. Other side, cover and hammer. Another way we can think about it is instead of doing a single cover, is doing the double cover we talked about before. Okay, so face the camera for a second, Lex, step into your double cover. Okay, boom, double cover. The nice thing about the hammer is this top arm here is already in line to swing out and hit. So you can take that arm, swing it straight out, and there's the counter. So again, on the pads, when we're here working, she steps into that double cover hard, boom, and then the hammer goes out. She goes to the other side, double cover hard, and then the hammer comes straight out. The single cover, and especially the double cover, comes directly from SAMI combat systems. And another thing that we think about when we're doing the double cover for self-defense purposes is to really think about using those arms as we come in as a battering ram. Even that secondary arm. If Alexa throws a round motion at me and I move in, I'm gonna crash into her with both of those arms as much as I can. I don't stand there and fight like this, but I throw it up real quick and then I try to explode out from there. So just different ways that you can do the double cover. You can also turn it into a bit of a boxing drill. You put your hands together, again, pads or no pads, hands up, and we're boxing, we're moving around. We're moving around. She never knows when I'm gonna, boom, throw the cover and then the hammer. I might go the other way, and boom, cover and hammer. You don't even have to switch your feet. Keep in mind, if Alexa's left foot is forward, she can block with the right arm. It's still the same cover or double cover. It's still the same covers. They still work just the same if you have the secondary leg in front. It doesn't have to be always same side. It can be opposite side, depending on how you're practicing it, okay? As tight to the head as possible. If there's any distance in the arms when you throw them up, you're gonna end up getting and hitting yourself. You want it as tight as you can. When you're making those covers, it's very important. So please post us videos. We'll make corrections. We'll tell you what we see. Also, just have fun. Stay safe, guys. Thanks.